All. In today's class, we are going to see the second topic of unit number 3 will be the CDMA 2000. So before entering into the topic, already you know the meaning and function of CDMA. CDMA stands for Core Division Multiple Access. So this CDMA 2000 is a family of 3G mobile cellular communication mainly used to send the voice, data and signal. So this CDMA was developed by the society name called ITU. ITU stands for International Telecommunication Union. So in our syllabus we are going to see three subtitles, nothing but radio and network components, network structure and radio networks. In today we are going to see the radio and network components. So this radio network components has various types of parameters like PDSN, AAA, home agent, router and firewall, home location register, base transceiver station and base station controller. So I list out these components in the diagram. So the first one will be the PDSN and second one will be the AAA and third one will be the home agent and fourth one will be the router along with the firewall and fifth one will be home location register and sixth one will be base transceiver stations and last one will be base station controller. So now we are going to see one by one in the upcoming slides. So the first one will be the PDSN. So PDSN stands for Packet Data Service Network. So this is an element which can provide and support packet data services to the user. So now we are going to list out the major function of PDSN. So this first function, they will establish, maintain and terminate the point-to-point communication or point-to-point function with the mobile phone, nothing but the subscriber. Second important function, they will support both simple and mobile IP packet services. For simple services, there is no need of IP protocol. For mobile packet services, the IP protocol will be essential. Third function, they will establish, maintain and terminate the logical link to the radio network. To establish, maintain and terminate the logical link, they will using the interface called radio packet interface. And fourth one, they are going to initiate authentication, authorization and accounting between the client along with the server. So in this case, the server is nothing but the AAA server. So the first A represent authentication, second A represent authorization and third A represent accounting. In this corresponding level, the client will be acting as the mobile station. So by using this type of concept, the corresponding PDSN will receive the service from the server towards the client. That is, the server is nothing but AAA server and the client will be the mobile station. And next we are going to see, by using this PDSN, we are going to route the packet from external packet data networks or to the external packet data networks. And seventh one, by using this PDSN, they are mainly used to collect the data usage that are related to the AAA server. So these are the important functions performing by the PDSN. So to calculate the overall capacity of PDSN, first we have to determine the throughput and as well as the number of TPP session will be serving along with the network. Already you have explained TPP section is nothing but they are providing the point-to-point communication. They does not need any types of IP protocols or they does not any types of hosts or any other networking between the systems. So to calculate the specific capacity of PDSN, first we have to know the amount or nothing but number of infrastructures using in the network. So based upon infrastructures, we can calculate the specific capacity of PDSN. So second important parameter will be AAA. So I already explained the AAA stand providing authentication, authorization as well as the accounting function. So this AAA, they will using the protocol called Radius protocol. Radius stands for Remote Access Dial in User Services. So what is the main function of this Radius protocol along with this AAA? Now they are providing centralized authentication, authorization and accounting function. to the user who are connecting along with the network services. So apart from this AAA server, they will communicate with PDSN through the IP protocol. So what are the important functions performing by this AAA? The first A stands for authentication. So this authentication will be associated with two types of connections like TPP connections and mobile IP connections. TPP connection, they does not take any types of mobile IP protocol, and mobile IP connection they will usage of IP protocols. And second important function of AAA will be authorization, that is they are providing security key distribution. That is nothing but the user can use the same key for encryption as well as decryption. So this will be performing in your computer networks lab, nothing but in RC4 algorithm we are using same test as a encryption as well as the decryption. And third A stands for accounting, that is nothing but they will keep the records of the subscriber as well as they were tracking the user activities on the network. Third important parameter will be the home agent. Already you know about the home agent. They will track the location of the subscriber whenever the subscriber moving from one packet zone towards the another packet zone. So as well as during tracking, the main important function of this home agent, they will ensure that the packets are moving or forward towards the mobile. And fourth one will be router along with firewall. So the main function of router is used to route the packets or data to or from the various network elements. So the main responsible given for this router, they will sending the packets as well as receiving the packets from the internal network to the off-net platform. So in this case, we are going to see two types of platform called on-net and off-net. The CDMA 2000 will be operating on the principle of off-net platform. On-net platform is nothing but if both sender and receiver using the same network. Off-net nothing but the sender will using one network and receiver will follow the another network. So next we are going to see the firewall. Already know that the firewall will protect the resource from the attack of external network. Similarly, in this corresponding CDMA 2000, the firewall will ensure the security, and this security will maintain whenever the corresponding network will be connecting to the off-net data application. Most important point, the firewall will not be needed for on-net application. And the fifth parameter will be the HLR, that is the home location register, already studied in the previous topic. It does store the additional subscriber information associated with the packets as well as the data services. So this HLR, they will store the subscriber informations like data as well as the terminals along with the voice platform. So in this case, the terminals is nothing but the base station, the distance between the base station along with the subscriber. Data is nothing but the information which will be passing from one mobile phone towards the another mobile phone, or information which is receiving from one mobile phone towards the another mobile phone. One more important information, the information which will be loaded on the HLR will be downloaded and stored on the VLR, nothing but visitor location register. So sixth one will be base station controller, shortly explained as BSC. So the BSC, they will control all base transceiver stations. So I will show this correspondingly be in the diagram. So this BSC, they will control all the base transceiver station, shortly explained as BTS. So second important function carried by the BSC, they will route the packet between the BTS to the PDSN or from PDSN to the BTS. Similarly, this BSC, they will route the time division multiplexing to the circuit switched platform, as well as they will route the packet data to PDSN, as well as look after in the second function of BSC. So last parameter will be the BTS. The BTS is the official name of cell site. So the main important responsible given for the BTS, they will allocating the resource as well as both power and volts code for consumption of the subscriber. So mainly this BTS in CDMA 2000 will be operated with 1X or double T. That 1X or double T is nothing but a single carrier radio transmission technology. So instead of one, I am using the word two, means they will refer double carrier radio transmission technology. And so another responsible given for this BTS, they will responsible for allocating time slots and modulation format, especially for EBDO. EBDO stands for Evolution Data Optimized. So this EBDO is mainly used for data services. Suppose they are asking to mark what are the function of BTS, now you can write a point for allocating resource, for allocating power, for allocating Walsh code, for allocating time slots and modulation format. So Walsh code will be looked after in the upcoming slides. Similarly, this PTS has a physical radio equipment. So this equipment is used for transmitting as well as receiving the CDMA 2000 signals. So similarly, this BTS, they will control the interfaces which connecting between the CDMA 2000 and subscriber unit. So in this case, the CDMA 2000 will be acting as a base station. So apart from this BTS will control the multi-carriers which operate from the particular site, as well as they will forward the power which is allocated for soft handoff. So already know the meaning of soft handoff, that is, if two mobile phone will be connecting with a particular single physical cell site, nothing but a soft handoff. If the two mobile phone will be connecting with the alternate cell site, means that will be coming in the category of hard handoff. So in this CDMA 2000 we are going for only the soft handoff. So next we are going to see the BTS decision process, that is, whenever the new voice or packet is initiated, this BTS, they will decide to assign a special best subscriber unit. So and this best subscriber unit will meet the delivered services like new voice or packet. So the following factors are considered by BTS, that is, by considering these following factors, they will assigning the best subscriber unit. So the first factor is nothing but radio configuration, second factor will be subscriber type, and third will be service requested, that is either the voice or data. Based upon the services, they will assigning the best subscriber unit. So the last portion of this type will be physical and logical resource allocated by BTS. So first we are going to see about the channel, nothing but fundamental channel, shortly explained as FCHS. So they will tell about number of physical resource available in the corresponding CDMA 2000. Second, we are going to see about the power level, that is FCH forward power. So this will show the power which is already allocated as well as available. And third important one will be Walsh code. So Walsh code is nothing but they are the backbone of CDMA 2000 system. So the main important function of this Walsh code, they are used to develop the individual channels in a CDMA, not a single channel. We are going to control multiple number of carriers. So by using this Walsh code, we are going developing the individual channels in the CDMA. So this Walsh code is a spreading code. By using this Walsh code, you can spread more amount of data from one portion towards the another portion. So this is a spreading code having good auto correlation properties, but when you are going for cross correlation, this Walsh code will producing poor cross correlation properties. So apart from this, we finishing the first type of, that is nothing but radio and networks component. Thank you.